How cool is that? That's right there. Anyway, let's start the video. Alright, so this past week I've been building my portfolio website, and I haven't really had a portfolio website before, and I'm very new to like web development, so this was quite a challenge even though it's a very simple website that I had to build. And the idea was to use Python and Flask, and I know that you have to do some HTML stuff to be able to build a website using Python and Flask. But the website pretty much just ended up being HTML and CSS and some JavaScript in there as well. And the reason being that it's only pretty much one page and it's fairly basic. So there's not really any need for anything else than HTML and CSS. So that's why it kind of ended up being just that. But one of the reasons for building a portfolio website for me is to, as a software developer, kind of be able to use that as my resume in a sense. So if people want to see my work, then they can go to that website. They'll see how to contact me. They'll get links to my GitHub account. They'll see the projects that I've worked on, what I've built, what I can do. And also I'm very new to web development. So this was like the first time that I've actually built a website from scratch. And I have worked with some web development before, but that was like mostly just writing TypeScript. And I didn't really do any HTML, any CSS. I've dabbled in like HTML and CSS, but not enough to actually know it. So this was kind of a good challenge to just try something new and learn a little bit. So that's what this video is going to be about. All right, so let's have a look at the design for the website right now. Currently, this is what the design looks like. I haven't really like written the real stuff on here yet. I've just like made something that I think is what I'm going to have it say. Now I'm just going to make the rest of the pages, so the contact page and the portfolio page. And then once that's done, we're going to get into actually like making the website. So I'm going to start by just doing that. Alright, so this is now like the first design of what the website's going to look like. It's a very basic setup. I just want a very, very simple and like minimalist look and feel to the website. So this is going to be like the home page where you get to, and then there's going to be like about, contact, portfolio. And basically I want it to be like a full page scroll. What that would mean is that if you start scrolling, it will automatically go all the way down to this page, which is like the contact page. Also very like minimalist, not much going on here. Or if you press the tabs up here, you can also get to the specific page. And then the last page is my portfolio page, which just has a few of the things that I've done. This is one of those things that I'll probably add a lot more stuff to this, because I have done a little bit more stuff than this, and I'm not really sure about how to like make the layout of this. But for now, this is going to be fine for the setup, I think. So now what we need to do is we need to get to actually building the website out. We need to make sure that it looks the way that I want it to look. And I did live stream yesterday and built out this part. So I basically just got to adding the background image, which took like 2 hours, I think it took. So if you want to see how I did that, you can always check out the Twitch stream that I did. I will leave a link in the description of this video. So hopefully today we'll be able to at least finish this first page, the layout of that first page. All right, so we have the main page pretty much finished. Like you can't scroll, you can't do anything, which is what we want. So now what we want to do is we want to add the tabs up here. That's the first thing that we're going to do. So let's have a look at adding tabs in Flask. All right, let's just see. I just copied that. Probably won't work, but we'll see. Okay, it does work. It's really good when it's like simple like that, where you just copy something that someone else wrote and it works. Okay, so now we can go to the different pages. That's really good. Alright, so right now is the last day and it's quite stressful. We have a lot of stuff that we need to get done to be able to actually publish the website and have it go live on time, basically. So let's just get straight into it because we don't have that much time. And so for this video, a company called .tech Domains actually got in contact with me and wanted to sponsor this video. And I figured that was a great fit since what this entire channel is about is tech, and what my website will be about as well is going to be tech. So therefore I kind of feel like it made sense to have a .tech domain for my website. And the reason for going with a .tech domain is that I feel like it makes sense to have a domain name that's kind of related to the field that you're actually working with. And as far as I understand, that's kind of what some people are doing. So for instance, Intel is using a website called insight.tech. And another company called Viacom is using viacom.tech to promote their open source software. And either way, I feel like calholden.tech kind of has a nice ring to it and is easy to remember and also conveys what the site is going to be about. So therefore, that's what I'm going with. So if you go to go.tech/cal, you'll get 90% off your .tech domain. And that is for both the 1-year plan and the 5-year plan. So if you're a programmer, developer, or just like tech, then I think a .tech domain makes perfect sense. And I will put a link to the discount in the description of this video. So in case you want to get one, then you can get it 90% off. And if you do decide to get one, then please leave a comment and link your website on this video and I can go check it out. And I'm thinking maybe at some point I'll do a segment on this channel where I'll actually go through your websites and kind of give you feedback, or at least like look at them and kind of maybe react to them. I don't know. And please let me know what you think of that idea because I think that would be something fun to do. But anyway, let's get into actually building the portfolio website. Okay, so let's get my personal .tech domain. So we'll go to go.tech/cal. Then we'll type in the name of the domain that we want. I just want my own name. So I'll type in that and hit enter. All right, so that's available. Let's press proceed. Proceed again. And that's only going to be $13.99 as you can see. So I definitely recommend using the coupon code CAL because as you can see, you can get the entire domain for 1 year for only $13.99, so $14, which is like nothing. And then we'll go place order. And so now we have our personal .tech domain. Right now where we're at is the website looks like this. So if you scroll, you go all the way down to a new page, scroll again, go straight down to the next page. And you can also go down to the different pages by pressing the different buttons. So let's take a look at the design. Okay. So I need to kind of make a list of what is left to do. And once I know what's left to do, then I can like kind of get into actually trying to figure out how to solve those problems. I'm just going to go through the design and see what different parts we need. So on the first page, we basically have this. It's not quite what we want, but it's fairly close. Yeah, okay, so we want to make a layer that's going to be like slightly darker to make the text stand out a bit more. So that's going to be one. So and if you're wondering what app I'm using to do this is just Evernote, which is a really good app. I'm not sponsored or anything like that, it's just a good app to take notes on. And that's going to be pretty much all that we need to do. Okay, so let's just go through and kind of look at what are the most important things. Right now we have like the darker background is not super important, I don't think. One of the more important things would be to add the text here, add the images to the portfolio page, also adding like the navigation here, adding the social links, and the logo is something that's also like, it's not super important to actually add that right now. Changing the colors is something that's very important, I think, because down here you can't see the navigation at all. So I think that's going to be like number 1. So I'll just go through them and number them from like 1 to whatever number, and 1 being the most important and higher numbers less important. And logo on top of the corner is going to be 6, so that's going to be the least important. And now, just for my own sake, I'm going to rearrange them to be in the right order. And then this is basically what we need to go through and just tick all these boxes. All right, let's run that. Okay, so that doesn't work. All right. Okay, so I think I've been sitting here for 2 hours now. I think I need to just get up and like go for a walk, have some food. Sometimes I think it's just good to get up and like do something else for a little bit so that you don't sit with the same problem for too long. So yeah, I'm just gonna take a little break now and maybe go outside on the balcony for a bit, or maybe just sit and like do something completely different, watch TV or something. But we'll see when I get back. Alright, so now we're pretty close to actually being finished with the website. We have the social links down here that we can click on, and we'll get to my Instagram. And we can also click on the other ones. We'll get to YouTube, Twitter. When we scroll, the tab indication thing kind of changes to be the page that we're actually at. And then we have this thing here, which is all of the links to the different things. So if you press the email link, then basically it will open up the email. And if you press YouTube, you get to YouTube. If you press GitHub, you get to GitHub, my GitHub account. For now, that might actually be enough. So the last thing would be to do this page and just finish off and add some of my portfolio stuff. I don't know that I'm actually going to be able to finish the whole thing because it's almost 4 p.m. right now, and I have to leave pretty much at 4. And these videos usually take me a while to actually finish, and I haven't started like editing this video yet, so I need to get to actually editing that, and I have some other things that I actually need to film. Yeah, and we also need to add the darker color here so that we can actually see the text a little bit better. All right, so that's the next step. I'm just gonna add that darker color here, and then I think we're done for today, or at least for a couple hours. Okay, so now we have a darker layer on the home page. Now the only thing left is to do the images for the portfolio and then some text to that. And then after that, it's all pretty much done actually. But yeah, now I pretty much have to leave in 2 minutes. So that's gonna be pretty much it for what we had time for today. I might keep working on it when I get home. I pretty much have to keep working on it when I get home. I'm gonna try to rest now for a bit and go do something else and kind of clear my head and then get back to it, and hopefully I'll be able to finish it. There's not a whole lot left now. It's just going to be this page basically. So I'm gonna leave and hopefully come back and work a little bit more in a couple hours. Alright, so this ended up being a really intense week and a lot harder than I thought it was going to be. I thought I was pretty much just going to cruise through the whole build and just build it in 2 days or something like that, and then have heaps of time over to edit this video. It's right now 12 o'clock on Friday, and I'm going to upload it in 3 hours. I'm still filming this. So that's kind of what tends to happen with these videos. They tend to run away from me, and I end up with a lot more work than I thought I was going to have at the start. But we're finished now and the website is up. So if you go to calholden.tech, you'll get to my website and you can check it out. And right now the design is not responsive, so that means that if you go to it on your phone, it might not look that great. So that's something that I need to fix as well. But this video might turn into a part 1 and part 2 because I just have not had time to actually get into that. But yeah, so that's what we got done in this week. I hope you enjoyed this video and that was a bit of fun. I hope you, if you watched the streams, I hope you enjoyed them. I know there were probably some of the slower streams that I've done because of all the like issues that I ran into. But I think I learned a lot from this build and it was good to just get my feet wet in a sense on like web development a bit more. So again, I hope you enjoyed the video and that's it for this one.